And we're live. All right. So welcome to Upturned Table. We are playing our session 0 for the Dune RPG, Adventures in the Imperium by Modiphius. So another 2d20 system. I'm Jeremy, and with me today are Matt, Will, and Terry. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. So this being the session 0, we have to determine what kind of Dune we're gonna Dune, how Arrakis based, or kind of what aspects of this world we want to play in. So Matt said he may have had some kind of strong opinions. So should we hear him out and then
No,
shut me down.
and they completely ignore everything? Yeah. So what were you thinking, Matt? What was something you?
So I went through the house rules, and I think it would be more interesting from my point of view for... Oh, where are my notes? Hold on.
Oh, he has notes even.
Yeah, I made a little note thing. Okay, so either a minor house affiliated with a major house that's affiliated with Atreides, or a nascent house or a major house, but still up that stream to Atreides.
Okay.
Right? So that we have our own goals and ambitions, and we're sort of, we don't have to be the good guys, but we're in with the, quote unquote good guys, even though obviously nobody's a good guy. But and then I was thinking every house has to have domains.
Right.
And if you're a minor house, you have one primary domain and one secondary domain. I was thinking primary would be industrial, and we could be a ship manufacturer. But the secondary being military, right? And so one of the driving concerns could be becoming the ship supplier to House Atreides.
Oh.
And then also the minor houses... Jump in and tell me I'm stupid anytime you want. But the minor houses usually control either part of a planet or like a moon or something. And so I was thinking it would be really cool to have it be a water moon that's orbiting one of the major houses' home planets.
Nice.
Like that, yeah. Hey, that is just riffing. You guys tell me what you want to do.
Like whose home planet?
Well, the major house that we owe fealty to, right? So, like in my head, we're a minor house. Minor houses hold fealty to a major house, and a major house holds fealty to, what are they called? A great house or something?
Yes, yeah, great houses.
Great house, right? So the great house would be Atreides. So between us and Atreides, it'd be this major house. So we have to really try to get Atreides' attention, basically.
Right. Yeah. So under the Atreides entry in the Great Houses book, it says the prominent minor houses that have doings with Atreides so far are House Stewart. They live on a heavily fortified moon. House Bareth. What did they do? They have keen legal minds, and so they've been the legal advisors of Atreides, and then House Fluxspear. And it's right because the major export from Caladan is the Pundi rice. So that's been the economic basis for House Atreides, is Pundi rice, and they are the processors of that shelf-stable food for House Atreides that has basically fed most of the known universe. So House Atreides, their primary domains are farming, producing the rice, and then farming, doing large-scale fishing, and then artistic pursuits.
Oh, and then the other reason I was thinking to have shipbuilding and military being our domains is because then it opens up, shenanigans where we're selling them under the table to other houses.
Yes, right.
That would be disreputable. We would never do that.
Right. So what kind of
Right?
what kind of character in that situation, Matt? What kind of character were you thinking about?
Well, I
playing?
picked 3 possibilities because, again, I want to, if anyone has strong feelings, I want to be able to adapt. So, first one was a cousin. Okay, so in my head, the house is run by a widower, like a dowager queen kind of person,
Oh,
and she has a daughter, and I am the eldest cousin. So technically, I would be second in line.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one idea.
Mhm.
And in the roles, or what do they call it when you pick your kind of house role or something? I was thinking like an envoy would be a good one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of the archetypes, I think they call them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my backup plan to that was the kind of Duncan Idaho Swordmaster type of character. And my backup to that was Mentat Assassin.
Oh, all right.
So it could be the master of assassins for the house, because it says in there like some people are spy masters, but others are like masters of assassins.
Right. Yeah, and similar to Star Trek, we can generate supporting characters, so we can fill in all of the roles of the house kind of as we need them, like as they would come into play, and you generate NPCs, that very kind of similar way, as in Star Trek, and they have fewer traits and things, but we kind of want to give people names and stuff, so when we're referring to them, it's not just the the general of the army, whatever his name is. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like you might be competing with House Moritani. So these are all the houses that are in the Landsrad. So they're at least major houses with some minor concerns. Some minor houses are allowed to have a voice, but most are the just the major houses. A House Moritani is an immense stockpile of atomics and munitions, and they sell raw materials, chiefly salt. But their motto is "Might is power."
Yeah, because it said in the description for the industrial one that with the shipbuilding, like it's all kinds of ships. Even like they even can be building the guild ships.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the I think it's the house that, well, I think a couple of them, because I think Ix is also a producer of the Highliner, the navigator ships, the guild ships that actually transport, that are responsible for folding space. But I think there are a couple of houses involved in that sort of production. So the secondary domain of House Riches. Riches was the house that owned or controlled Arrakis before Harkonnen. Their second domain is Highliners. So yes.
Yeah, to me, and I don't know what you guys are thinking, but to me, the idea of being a scrappy house that's got to get it out there and do stuff to get noticed sounds more interesting to me than like a major or great house that's already on top and is just fending off all their enemies or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you have nowhere to go. You've already climbed to the top of the ladder. Now you're done.
Literally all you're doing is making sure no one poisons your food. That's not that fun.
Yeah, and they said in the rules specifically, like choosing a minor house means that your players have more. Your players are bigger actors. The player characters are bigger actors in the setting. When you're playing a major house, you're kind of a cog in a machine. But you can, your players have more say and more to do when you're minor houses. But when you're playing at the architect level, when you're like mustering your armies and things, you just don't have the resources to, really go toe to toe with a lot of other people. So you have to, maybe do a little bit more backstabbing, a little more espionage, a little more of that, work in more subtle ways. Nice. Yeah, so how are you guys feeling about
So I'm pretty cool with Matt's ideas, especially because he's familiar with the game and the terms, and
Has put a lot of thought into it.
yeah, sounds like it, huh? Because
This is what happens when you
I mean,
drive a lot.
could
You just think a lot.
I could come up with a totally different idea, and Matt's going to be like, "Oh man,
We should do that.
I've been
Just
planning
so
this
he's
all
not happy.
week."
No, I haven't. Just the last couple of days. It's not that big a deal.
No, but you're familiar with the story and the universe and the world and the game mechanics, and I'm kind of new to a lot of this, other than seeing the 1984 version of Dune. So I know there are not going to be any wrist-mounted sonic cannons in this iteration.
Right.
I'd like to go with Matt's ideas. As far as my character, I think the mentats are kind of cool, so that might be nice. If it's a random thing, I'm fine with that too, as long as I'm not like some kind of weird artist or poet thing, because I was looking at some of the options here. I'm like, no, that's not me at all. So either mentat or some kind of mercenary kind of character.
Okay.
Poet, you say? Interesting.
I thought you were all going to be poet musicians and and a warrior with a warrior minor.
Gurney Halleck.
Right. A poet's heart and a capable sword. Okay, cool. So, let's take a look specifically at the house creation stuff then.
And is that the way that we should be doing it? Is like start big with the house and then plug ourselves into it as we build?
Yes, and then figure out like your place, because it may change like as we discuss like what the makeup of the house is, because basically the game relies on traits, and the first traits that everybody shares are the traits of your house. So the reputation of your house, the influence of your house, those are things that you'll carry with you in the game, and you can roll on those or rely on those at any time. So you want to make something that it's the kind of game you want to play. If you want to have big reputation and just be able to, bully your way through most social interaction, or if you want to do more cloak and dagger and have to tiptoe around the big guys, we'll figure that out while we're making the house. And if you start to say, so yeah, if we're going to do something like if Matt was saying want to do like a water moon, we can easily do that. So a house minor. So yeah, you're basically a vassal house you'll be like a prominent vassal house that serves a house major. And if the house major is Atreides, because already according to, and I believe this is like current. The setting of this game is current extended Brian Herbert Dune, so we might be talking about a lot of things that people may have not read yet. But this is the newer kind of expanded guidelines. House Atreides served the Emperor against any of there was a commonwealth of nobles that started to form basically during this kind of lazy period where things started to kind of not fall into decline, but everyone just got complacent, and the economics started working not as well, and people started being a little discontent with the rule of the emperor. And so this Commonwealth of Nobles formed, and they actually performed terrorist actions and uprisings on several worlds. And House Atreides was involved in serving the emperor to quash, to put down these uprisings, and to also search out the nobles that were involved in this kind of conspiracy against the emperor. So House Atreides is a very loyal servant of the emperor. Just to make
to a fault.
Yeah, so it's going to turn out well for them. I'm sure they'll do well in the long run.
Yes. So
then timeline-wise, are we thinking that this is going to be like shortly before the books?
Yeah, because where they put it, the default setting, of course we can play whenever we want, but the default setting for the game, the date is 10/080, so 10,080 is our default setting. So where that puts us in the whole timeline is, where's that terrible chart? So 1080 puts us. So Gurney Halleck is joined House Atreides. Shaddam IV initiates. Oh, so the Great Spice War. This is just after the Great Spice War. So the another thing that the Emperor, kind of a conspiracy that the Emperor planned, was working secretly. I think with Ix, with the Talaxu, to
the fake spice?
Yeah, to develop a synthetic spice. And they attacked, and maybe this was also part of like kind of putting down the commonwealth of nobles to try to weaken some of the houses so they weren't strong enough to oppose the emperor. But yeah, he wanted to kind of corner the market with this synthetic spice to break the reliance on spice production in Dune and the kind of unreliability of dealing with the Fremen and the harsh conditions. So we're just shortly after that was put down, and right before, so Paul, we'll be starting 5 years after Paul Atreides was born. And
so shortly, like 10 years.
Like it was about 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah. So, about 10 years before they take over, before they're handed stewardship of Arrakis.
Would it mess you up if we went back a little further?
No, not at all.
I was thinking it'd be more interesting if we were sort of in the middle ground of when the Harkonnens, so they control Dune and they're just making money hand over fist and everything's just coming up pale bald guy, and before we're anywhere near all the shenanigans of the Emperor and Atreides.
Yeah, so 10-114 is the House loses control of Arrakis, and the Harkonnens are granted the fief of Arrakis. So that would put us back. That puts us back about 65 years from the setting, 66 years. Yeah, so that would work as a starting point. So we could go. Do you want to go with the birth date of the Baron Harkonnen, the birth year?
Oh, sure.
So I guess we should start with if you want the Harkonnens at kind of full strength, and the and Atreides kind of realizing they're going to have to face them, then probably.
He's a little younger. He's not using quite so many repulsor lifts or whatever they call them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's husky. He's just husky at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, we'll be going before the birth of Leto Atreides, because he's born 10-140. Yeah, so he's only 40 years old. Yeah, I guess. Well, he dies pretty young. Spoilers.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you want the rule of Leto Atreides or the rule of his father? Yeah, it would probably be House Atreides. They'll be on Caladan, but they won't. But the Duke that won't be born yet. But the Harkonnens will have control of Dune.
As someone who doesn't have very much knowledge about the story, I feel like stepping away from it a little bit more gives me more comfort in being able to interact with things.
Have the old bullfighter be in charge of Atreides.
Okay, cool. Nice. So let's call it. Yeah, so let's just do the we'll do it the year. We'll do 10-114 or around, or I guess it doesn't have to be exactly, somewhere in there. Let's see. The year of the failed Kwisatz Haderach was born. Let's see. Yeah, so
the false alarm.
Yeah, right. Not yet. It wasn't him.
So is that you have a prepared adventure for us, right? Does it fit in with what we're talking about?
Yeah, no, I have. There's like several kind of pieces of adventure that I can kind of put together to make the campaign. So I wanted to find out where you wanted to play, because a lot of the original material published for it is very just everything's on Arrakis. It's only Arrakis, and the supplements and the source books that have come out after have kind of expanded things a bit. So yeah, it's very flexible as far as what we want to do, because all of the intrigue and the events and everything will work regardless of when it's set. So yeah, don't worry about that. And I think that's a good idea to kind of rewind a bit before the book and the films, because then we won't be dealing directly with characters that we've seen on the screen and stuff. I think that might be a bit more interesting. so we have a little more freedom about how to portray people. And
so we could stop Shaddam the Fourth from being born.
yes, you could.
Just kidding.
There's so much we could do. We have so much power now.
Just do a lot of sports betting. you know the outcome of every year of the the final Iraqi sports ball teams. Just place a lot of bets. All right. So let's do 10-1-15 AG. So after Guild as our as the setting for our year. So a little 5-year-old Baron or future Baron Vladimir Harkonnen.
Wait, what year is it now?
We'll do 10-1-15. So 10,115 AG.
AG.
So yeah, just after Harkonnens have taken possession and started to squeeze Arrakis. I'll have to read a little bit about the father of Vladimir. See what kind of character he is.
He's probably a cool guy.
Yeah, he's probably mellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There might be some of that in the history book. Okay, so we have the. Let's get back to house building. So you have the idea we want to do a minor house and have them serve House Atreides. You attend a lot of bullfights, basically, is what you have to do. It's not easy work.
I got called to Caladan for another bullfight.
Okay, so you'll be a vassal of House Atreides. Okay. And think about the name, too. Think about if there's anything, the sound of something that sounds good. House something. And I can give you some examples of the ones that are already established in the lore, if you want to get the tone of it. So House Hagel, House Ikaz, House Atreides, House Alexin. Yeah, so kind of, like a modified Harkonnen, Canola, Lindarin, Mikarol, Moritani, Muteli, Novembrans. Oh yeah, and we'll come up with a fun sigil too. Yeah, so think about like 2 colors and a sigil as well. So I'll do something visual. So we have that for the VTT.
Make us a banner.
Yeah, I'll do a cool banner.
Oh, and guys, I don't know if you saw it, but the practical side of being a minor house is Jeremy only gets to get 1 threat per player.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
If we were Nathan House, he'd get none. We could just be come in the street and he'd have no threats.
You get a lot of things, I think, when you're a Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little guy. And and you only have 1 minor house as an enemy. So yeah, you don't have as much to worry about. So basically, your enemy house is something that I can spend threat on to bring their agents or bring them into conflict with you. So that will be probably your biggest concern is a competing house, and it may be somebody that's in the same domains as you, competing for materials or contracts with House Atreides. All right. Yes. So yeah, this house, you have a strong tradition or a dedication and service to your patron. You've not yet established yourself beyond your home world. Your holdings will cover about 1/3 of their world, or you might set up on a moon controlled by the House Major. You must consistently jockey for power among the other minor houses that will also serve the House Major, so rivals for their favor. And I think I went over the 3 that are allied with House Atreides. So you have their legal assistants, their rice processing assistants, and then their military assistants. So one of them may become an enemy. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I gotta have that enemy.
Yes. Okay, so for your domains, so on page 88, they start to talk about domains. And so I think Matt already had kind of a good idea? So you wanted to do industrial. I guess it would be military, though, right? Military production or machinery.
I was thinking industrial.
Industrial.
Primary and a secondary.
Okay.
I was thinking primary would be industrial because that includes spacecraft and large vehicles.
Oh, okay.
And then secondary would be military. So, we could kind of be trying to build up a sideline in the weaponry for said vehicles.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the need would be there if we're at this with this early time. House Atreides would definitely be asked to put down insurrection. So yeah, you could be developing some very useful stuff. Okay, so primary domain. So
those are just ideas. I mean,
you guys, Will and Terry, you guys chime in.
I'm kind of
with
reading it at the same time. That's why I'm kind of quiet right now.
Okay, cool. All right, and so the secondary, you're thinking military?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I feel like if you're making military stuff and trying to make a name for yourself, there's lots of trouble to get into with that.
Are you thinking like small arms or like mass weapons or?
I was thinking war weapons. Well, yeah, I figured to complement the vehicle construction if it was more like higher, or what do you call that? Bigger level stuff, not like personal sidearms or anything.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, and then industrial. Yeah, machinery. Okay. A machine world. You worship a machine cult on your world, right? Okay.
Just on Tuesdays.
All right. So how are you thinking, Terry? Do you mind a military industrial complex on your home world?
I'm fine with any. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with all the ideas.
That's cool because like if we live on a water, was there a reason why you wanted a water planet other than it seemed cool, Matt? Was there a specific angle you're going with that?
I'm just really stuck on the scene from Dune where they're getting ready to leave and all their
yes.
all their big ass transports are coming out from under the water.
Yes.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool, but it doesn't have to be that.
It's super awesome. All right. Let's see if there's any extra planet rules. Yeah, so I think they have tables for planets, but I think if you already have in mind water, moon, let's go with that because I think that was a nice. So this would be a Atreides controlled world that had a water moon that you guys occupied. All right, so so are you thinking like kind of a moon that scale it could have? Would it have like polar caps, or would it basically all be just some minor land masses in a mostly water domain? Like what climate? Like temperate climate? What kind of?
Well, we're a minor house, right? So
Yes.
I was thinking more like the stupid cloner planet from Star Wars.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I want to say Genosis, but it's not Genosis. It's something else.
It's not Geonosis, it's the other one. But anyway, just almost all completely underwater. It's freaking rainy and windy all the time, and yeah.
Nice. Okay. Can do that. Where's the? That's
We probably build all the ships like underwater for like
yes.
buoyancy reasons, and so you can build gigantic things like terrestrially because they float.
Exactly. Somehow it's better. Science or something.
Well, I imagine that we also probably mine like the iron core of the planet for like the raw resources.
Yeah. That's right. Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
which is probably collapsing like the magnetic field that protects the little bit of atmosphere that's left.
Right, but what?
We can make our own ecological issues on this planet too if we want. We don't have to worry about desert planets.
So when we earn that tertiary domain, it can be terraforming machinery.
Yes.
Or something.
That's right. How to breathe water. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so the worlds.
We're trying to devise a massive tanker ship, take all the water off this moon and dump it onto Arrakis.
It just all evaporates before it hits the ground.
Didn't say it was a good plan. I blame the Mentat.
Yes, they miscalculated. Let's see. I did see. See, I've looked at too many books now. I did see a nice planet generation table, and now I don't know where that is. But yeah, we'll just go with water moon rate. Oh, creating planets. There it is. 80. All right. So a habitable ocean. Yeah, ocean world or ocean moon. And then yeah, political. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you could actually just roll random affiliations and everything. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll do an ocean water moon. On some.
Terry, I put your chat suggestion into an anagram generator, and I'm trying to find a good one.
I was just asking you in a text if there was such a thing.
Nice. So how about your own military forces on the planet? Are you basically...
People with scuba gear. It's awesome.
it's all Navy SEALs. Yeah. Do you have a standing army, or is it what do you imagine your house is capable of?
Is that like something we have to work out, like a resource-wise?
No. It's just for description. Yeah, just kind of just to get a kind of make a picture. More.
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, what kind of standing army? Do you rely heavily on Atreides' military support, and are just basically production and police your own world, your own moon, or
we probably have a very effective like security force for our technology.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if we'd have like a significant like military that would like go places and do things.
Yeah, right. I can imagine that maybe like. Because we're making warships in a way, we kind of have like they have to get somewhere, so we may have like at any given time multiple skeleton crewed warships,
mm-hmm.
at our beck and call, at like as opposed to actually having like a standing army or something like that. That
shouldn't our moon, Matt, have like resources for making the metal that we need for the ships, or
iron
are we
core, man.
importing
Iron core?
Yeah, Will said we're mining the iron core of the.
Okay, I missed that. I guess. Cool.
So the moon's slowly getting smaller, and its water percentage is getting higher as we're.
Yeah, I remember another story that was kind of like that.
Oh, you know what we should have though, Jeremy? I think would make a lot of sense. Is we should have some like extremely top flight military advisors who are kind of like the salesmen for us, who go places and recommend our product.
Oh, nice, yes.
Like maybe people who have made a name for themselves in military action, but now they're just salesmen.
Yeah, like a retired race car driver who's going around hawking Pennzoil or something.
Yeah. But, with death. Yeah.
Yes. Nice. So an ocean moon and minor house. All right. So I'll start to fill out the, because you get a sheet, a character sheet for your house as well. And we'll have to think of some traits. Okay, and so the house roles, we don't have to fill it. But you were thinking. Matt was saying kind of like maybe a duchess or some sort of.
Yeah, like a dowager duchess, so she's widowed.
Okay.
And she has like a one daughter, and because ideally the character I want to play will be kind of the noble who's got reasons to either support the dowager or replace her, you know.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that idea. So yeah, if you want to make your envoy some distinguished retired general or something, or that would work well. Or counselor.
I was actually thinking more of like a kind of shallow noble kid, but
oh, cool. Okay, cool. No, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just looking at the different roles. Yeah, for your character, yeah, definitely a shallow noble is cool. But it's like I was looking at the different roles. Okay, so we'll put so we'll come up with some names. Is there anybody else, like any other major characters in the house that you think would be important? Like if you open the I guess I have to probably give you permission to even see it. Sorry, here's the house sheet. So you guys can all make changes to that as well.
So Terry had suggested our house name maybe be an anagram of the first 3 letters of each of our last names.
Oh, okay.
So I ran it through an anagram generator, and most of them are terrible. But there is one called Abusecartoons that might be cool. So I just put it in the chat if you guys want to look at it.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Will?
Oh, put it
Yeah,
in
no,
that's in the Dune chat.
I think it needs a few more R's in there, but otherwise it's good.
Well, that's the problem is we got R's to spare here.
Too many R's. Oh, which chat? You mean in the Discord chat?
The Foundry.
Foundry. Okay, sorry. Too many chats. Oh, okay. Too many R's. Nice. Okay.
Abusecartoons. You got to really hit that second R.
Yes, that's the one. Okay. Cool. Okay. House Abusecartoons, a minor house. Okay, so yeah, think about if there's anybody that you want to have already established, a sword master, a war master, I guess the heir, maybe. I
think we should figure
Matt's
out.
Character will be,
It might be better to figure out what we're gonna play before.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true because you might take one of those roles actually. Yeah, because a minor house. You could fill in.
I kind of like spinning with this. This is me just starting the rest, but like that. We maybe picked up a few strays in our house. Like I like the idea. Like since we're trying to make moves and we're selling military. And we now have maybe, like you said, like maybe our envoy is like this, like kind of old war dog type of a guy. Maybe we've like other notable men who of military that have like maybe their houses have fallen or something like that we've picked up throughout the way. Maybe they've had like I kind of us being more of a hodgepodge. Like there's the people with direct line, which would be like Matt's character and the actual like head of the house and her daughter, but then like maybe a lot of the rest of the house is kind of cobbled together from like maybe we're more on the rise than even this, like maybe the death of her husband and stuff like that, maybe that like led to like maybe there was a bigger deal, maybe more people died and our house is more of a I don't know how to explain it exactly. I think you're getting the point, though.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of like shattered houses that have been pulled together. And we're like, hey, you have a good reputation in war, and being awesome. Join us too, and you can also sell warships. It will be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and they could also be like, people that got banished from other houses or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we kind of did like pickup, but like like they did like people who had a reputation at one point that they can that we can use to market.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he fought in this war and beat somebody with did this amazing maneuver and won a battle that technically shouldn't have, and then his house got wiped out. So we snapped that guy right up just so we can slap his name on the side of our newsletter.
Nice. Nice.
On our billboard ads.
Well, yeah, because I'm looking at like these areas of expertise. So I just love like an old some old grizzled warrior guy, and he's like the guy who handles our farming, right? Because like we need someone to do stuff, and we're just getting people for their name and plugging them into like not appropriate positions just because that's.
So we got like Picard and the grape fields kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. So how do you think the original ruler, the husband of the current ruler, how did he die? Was it in battle? Was it some kind of industrial accident?
I'm hoping it's chicanery because I think my guy is his big attribute or whatever it's called is gonna be justice.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it was like something our enemies did.
Oh, okay. That can be the case. Okay.
That could lead to like maybe it was something to do with like us fighting some big battle, and all of our like whatever we had was not well maintained, type of a thing. Like think of like the Russian tanks not being able to their treads falling off, like that type of situation, which maybe led to us the massive switch now to us like massively like trying to build up this military force and like build stuff and do that thing.
We sucked at the direct approach, so we're gonna retool. Yeah, that's cool.
So do you want to make one of your enemies one of the other minor houses under Atreides, or kind of pick somebody, pick someplace kind of randomly? Do you want to be competing for the Atreides favor, or do you want to be competing just industrially with somebody?
I would say either competing for, one of those two. Either competing for Atreides favor or someone who's actually economically competing with us.
Okay. So would you want to go against?
I think I like the economic aspect of it more.
Oh, okay. Okay, here, let me see then. I think Ricci's might have some good allies then, because they're all in on tech. So and they've just recently lost Arrakis. So I'm sure all their money.
You got to roll to see how much they hate us too.
Yes, yeah, we'll have to do that. Okay, so House Vandor, House Tassini, and House Rund. So let's see, any of these guys are industrial. So Rund is devoted to research and development. They continue to recreate successful. Oh, they're trying to do field generators. Let's see.
Who are they affiliated with?
House Ricci's, the technology house that just lost Arrakis.
Oh, they're the ones that lost Arrakis.
Yes. House Vandor, let's see, has a demanding strain Countess Ibana, who places them and an army of unhappy workers. Let's see. Yeah, she might be a really unpleasant person. So yeah, there looks like shipyards. Yeah. They're in charge of the Highlander shipyards. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so House Vandor will be your.
And we could have the Duchess and the Countess. They just hate each other.
Yes, nice.
And House Vandor's under what other house?
Ricci's. The major house is House Ricci's. Yeah, Richeese. All right. So yeah, who wants to roll a d20 to find out the level of hatred and then maybe the reason? I guess we already kind of know the reason. Probably be competition, right?
It would be awesome if it's for some other reason. Just we happen to line up that way.
And
Right,
it's just sort of turned into competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody give me a D20 roll.
Somebody roll.
Oh, who's got it? Yeah,
I have too many windows open.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
The simple roller is on the left toolbar there.
There's 2 I see.
Oh yeah, there are 2. That's
Oh, there's
weird.
2. Oh, yeah.
The
There's
simple
the Dune
dice roller.
Oh,
And a
Dune.
Dune
Oh, there's a
dice
Dune
roller.
dice roller. Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. Oh, there is one. Okay, cool. Yeah. You could just roll the Dune roller. That's cool. Actually, no, but make the pool size
Wait.
1. Yeah. Simple roller is simple. Just click on 1 D20. But yeah,
Oh my god! Somebody roll a die.
there's a Dune roller. Yeah, just do the simple roller 1 D20. Hey, 6. Oh no, the higher the better. Okay.
That's a nasty.
Yeah, so that's Canley. So there is so you may suspect them being involved in the death of your former ruler.
Oh, that's
Yes. So this House Vandor is dedicated all its resources to seeing the player character's house not only fall but be wiped out to the last person. They take any risk they might see to end the player character's house.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a mortal enemy and a enslaved workforce from some shipyards. All right, and then another D20 for the reason.
You wanna roll
Should I do that one, or
Oh,
somebody
sure.
else want to get it?
Go for it.
Go for it. And 7. Ancient feud. Okay, so we'll go back a few generations then. It's probably not
It says thousands of years.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So the houses have been enemies for thousands of years. Something one or more of their ancestors did caused a rift that has only widened as the centuries have passed. It is possible no one remembers what the cause was, although both houses have their own version of the truth.
You know what you did.
Oh.
I mean, they killed Uncle Larry. That's why we're mad at him. But yeah,
Nice. So you have your enemy. House Vandor. All right. I think, yeah. Until we have our so let's think a little bit about the traits for the house. So you're saying, so how do you want to be known? These are traits that will also you as your player characters can use these in certain situations to, it'll be either your reputation or your abilities, the strengths of your house.
So, if I read it right, one of them is supposed to come from your primary domain.
Yes, yeah. So, like, for example, House Ricci's is innovative and resourceful. And one is cutthroat and expansionist. Another is respected and unthreatening, independent and vengeful.
For industrial, one of the ones is that I saw was supervisors,
Oh, okay.
which I know sounds kind of boring, but maybe it means we're good leaders.
Yes. Yeah, right. Okay. Supervisors works. Ambitious, wealthy, brutal, cunning. That's House Harkonnen. Passionate, righteous, dogmatic, faithful. That's a Canola, the faithful house.
I
And
was having a hard time finding. There aren't like a list of house traits, right? It's just-
right. Oh, let me see. There might be in this book. There might be. Let me double check in the table of contents because this is the Great Houses book. So we may have. We may be able to actually roll some of these.
what was the first one you had suggested for the primary industrial thing, Matt?
Well, they have 2 under industrial, and you're supposed to take 1 from there. And there was supervisors and something else. Hold on.
Where's that at?
It is.
I feel like I'm bouncing all over trying to find stuff.
It's before the character stuff. Here we go. Domains. It's around 88. Industrial. Yeah, 88 on to 89. So the expertises for them are supervisors and business managers.
Oh, interesting. The houses can have skills as well. In this expansion, they're talking about houses. If you want to do any sort of house management, the house can also have some has its own stat line. So basically, has its own skills. And a minor house has kind of predetermined stat line, but you can assign them to whichever skill you want. This sheet doesn't. Oh, domains. Oh, domains is here. Oh, I see.
So, like the secondary one, military, under expertise, there's tacticians, officers, and strategists.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we wanted to make it sound more poetic, we could say like leaders and strategists or something.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you think about a?
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up my little addled brain here. Let me see here. See, we're talking about kind of expertises right now, right?
Yeah. These are traits. So your characters will inherit these traits, so they'll be useful. There's something you can roll with, or even use like determination or things against when you're interacting with other characters in the game.
Yeah, the only reason I'm referring to the expertise is because on page 91 it says each house begins with a trait for any primary domains it has. This trait is the same as the area of expertise for that domain. So I didn't know if they meant the entire thing or if they meant the actual one that says expertise. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so like,
right.
Do they mean industrial or do they mean expertise under industrial, which is supervisors and business managers?
Oh, I see. Maybe they mean the whole area of expertise. That would make more sense. Yeah. Industrial.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you could be.
Well, in that case, one of the traits is industrial.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think that makes more sense. And something that, could come up. You can use that in negotiations much more easily. Okay, so industrial, military, and then one more domain.
And then we're supposed to have a descriptive trait for its reputation. So, like, Atreides is honorable. Harkonnen is brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah. That kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. And so you're primarily spacecraft, right? The manufacturing, you make ships.
Yeah.
Warships.
Okay. All right. Cool.
No. Yeah, if you want, like just a luxury yacht, we could probably pull that off too.
Yeah. Fancy. Okay, yeah. So mechanically, if you spend one momentum, you can apply one of the house traits to your character for the remainder of a scene. And you can give. Oh, interesting. And you can do so for as many house traits as you like.
It would be a good descriptive trait.
Yeah. What do you think?
So when it says descriptive trait, is that like how we're perceived, or
how you want to be perceived? Yeah,
it's supposed to be tied to our reputation. So, like, Atreides' reputation is they're honorable.
So I don't know exactly how character creation fully fleshes out here, but my thought was that I was kind of like an idea of me being somehow involved with the design of the warships in maybe a more stylistic sort of way, if that makes
engineer
sense.
Oh, you mean like an artist?
Engineer, but more like you think of like an architect who designs
Creative
a building.
consultant.
Yes. Well, no, I mean, I understand where the pistons go, right? There's pistons in warships, right? I understand how that all works, but
big ass cogs.
Yeah, big cogs. But I was thinking thinking of it more as like an art form of trying to make things that look impressive too. I don't know how to explain that exactly. Again, I don't have the words, but so I don't know if in my mind, something more flashy I don't know if that's how like maybe even pretentious, but like that being like we may make great ships, but they all have extra gilding on them for some reason. Type of an idea.
Oh, okay. Like,
and then that's maybe as a direct result of whatever I'm involved with on the like design side of the thing, or the.
So, if you want some equivalents to flashy, there's ostentatious, flamboyant,
yeah.
extravagant, pretentious. I don't like pretentious.
So extravagant might be good. Yeah.
Extravagant's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that. That's the most positive of all those words so far. I feel. So we'll go with extravagant.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, industrious and extravagant.
All right, and I gotta spell it.
Haha, that's really why I did it.
Extravagant. There we go. Extravagant. All right, industrial and extravagant. Nice. All that water is gotten to you guys. And one more thing you could use is a motto. Like what is your belief? Kind of your belief statement. Like Atreides is no call. We do not answer. House Alexan
no
is
job.
What?
No job too small.
Job too small. $49.99 and you're out the door.
That doesn't really go with extravagant.
Yeah, that's right. The brightest jewel. We take what we want. House Harkonnen. In faith is strength. Nothing built without foundation. Ours is the hunt. We
trying to think of a way to be like anything we make is awesome, but like,
well, if you want to if you want to go with kind of Will's line of thinking and extravagance and everything, maybe something more like art is life or something like that.
Form before function. That doesn't quite. If you say it really angry like that, though, it sounds.
Kind of saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
Death with style.
Yeah.
Where is that motto thing? I thought I saw that in here somewhere. Did you have it on a page like just sample one?
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't see. Here's the rolls. Maybe not. Yeah, the last thing is nature information.
Terry, any ideas for our motto?
Do or do not. There is no try. I don't know. Not very original, huh?
To destroy, you must create.
No,
something in that vein.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's.
You don't want to flip that?
To create, you must destroy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that does sound more like
that's
hardcore.
More ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're selling arms, you know.
Yes. Okay, there we go. To create, you must destroy. All right.
Yeah.
A militant ocean moon is coming at you. All right. I think that's all we need for now for the house. So yeah, industrial and extravagant. You guys can tap into that at will. If it's
whenever we're building stuff or spending too much money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and if you want to open your character sheets, we can start to see how you guys fit in. And are you okay with doing like complete character creation then?
I am
today. Okay, yeah. Instead of like the bare bones and then finish it during play.
Up to you guys.
Where do we start?
As hard as we can today and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. All right.
Extreme character creation.
All right. So
I know my house already.
Yes. So
did we finalize on our name for our house?
I think we're going to Abusecartoons.
Abusecartoons, double R's.
Abusecartoons.
We can just tell everyone second R is silent.
Nice.
It has a G sound for some reason.
Yeah.
Abusecartoons. Yeah.
It's a holdover from an old Earth
Yeah.
language. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I think we should insert R sounds where there are no R's. Like it should be Arbrochroster.
Or just say it different every time.
I'm kidding.
We say it different every time. It's like we're
You
having
know,
such trouble marketing.
Like that Chardet that's spelled Sade.
Oh yes.
Sade. Yeah, some people say Chardet, some people say Sade. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I think so. You guys have kind of a general idea what kind of character you'd like to come up with. The first thing they recommend is the traits for your character. So just like we did traits for the house, your first trait will be your role in the house. So kind of your archetype, like if Will is going to be a designer or a
I don't know if that really falls under any of the roles they have here.
It may. Let me see.
Are these the personal traits?
Yeah, these are personal traits. Yes, yeah, personal traits. So the first one is just your role. So if you're the master of assassins or the consort to the duke or what you are. So it'll have your house name in it. Yeah. So, and let's see, is there anything? Oh yeah, interesting.
So like somewhere between advisor and scholar.
Right.
Maybe neither.
So is this going to go in the role field on our character sheet?
No, this goes under personality traits. So click the plus next to personality traits and add those two. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's personal traits in the book, personality traits on the character sheet. Yeah, so these are two things that that you can spend momentum to call on. So the status, like your level in the house, and then also a second trait will be more personal. So similar to the house, kind of describing your character. So just and wise, callous and ruthless. Something that will paint a very basic picture of you for the. All right.
So
cool.
Is this fine? I put ambassador, comma eldest cousin to Cinti Abusecartoons. I gave the daughter a name. I hope that's okay.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. Yes. So that's the head of the house, Cinti.
That's the daughter of.
The daughter. Okay. Okay.
The dowager. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll put her then in as the heir, but you may be. Maybe in the widow's opinion, Cinti is the heir, but you may have something.
Terry already has a name. Look at him go.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I got to do that. Mine just says Matt. So is that what we're going for? Because this is kind of like what we do, right?
Right. Yeah. And then the second personality trait is kind of your beliefs or how you're perceived. Intelligent and tricky, whatever the kind of combination. And these are things that you want to be able to use in situations, to be known. So I am clever, or I am menacing, or I am reasonable, something like that. So think about something you want to use mechanically in the game when you're interacting with players that will give you characters that'll give you some sort of advantage or some sort of way into a situation.
So, you know how there's Duncan, Idaho, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
What about? I'm not going to do this, but what about Hines, Ohio?
I think that's actually probably a city where they make condiments.
Or Jones, Indiana.
Yeah, they Jones, Indiana.
These all swordmaster, like amazing warriors too. All these people.
Yeah, we'll probably need to have an NPC swordmaster named Hines, Ohio.
Okay.
All right, so I'm sorry. So personality traits.
Yes.
You said the first one should be more. How should that one be framed? Because I was listening to what you're saying, and I was thinking
your title. Yeah, your title in the house. So how you're known as the architect. You could be architect of industry. Architect of spacecraft. Okay. And yeah, any of the archetypes that they have here, we can tweak them a little bit to push them a certain way. Basically, what you want to look at is what the primary and secondary skill are, because those are going to be your highest skill numbers. Those are going to be your highest stats. So you don't probably want to have like battle and movement. If you want to be more intellectual, depending, you may. But let me get some of these.
Are you going Mentat, Terry?
No, more warrior, assassin, spy kind of.
Oh, nice
thing.
Excellent.
So, did you want us to do that second one right now, or just the first one?
Yeah, do the second one. It can change though. As you're kind of like doing stats and coming up with skills and stuff, you may want to change it. But just do something as a placeholder. Just hit the plus and do one more line for the.
Are we doing this together or one at a time?
Yes. No, we can do it all together. The personality traits.
Okay, so Matt says ambassador. That's a personality trait.
Yeah, that's his. That's his title. Your first personality. It's actually personal trait. It's not personality. It's a typo on the sheet. It's a personal trait. So we have house traits, the industrial and extravagant, and then you have personal traits, which are your title and then a description of yourself, like reasonable and intelligent or hot-headed and brutal.
The examples are on page 102, and a lot of them are 2 words, like callous and ruthless, or just and wise.
Yeah, so give you kind of a balance of things you can. And so those 2 traits together, those 2 personal traits should give kind of a short sentence about what your character is like, their role, and their kind of how they're perceived or how they perceive themselves. A basic picture of how the character is and how they fit into the known universe. Oh, and if you do have a faction. If you were trained by the Bene Gesserit, or you are a sword master, or a mentat, you have mentat conditioning, that is your 3rd personal trait. You should list that as a 3rd personal trait. But if you don't have any of those affiliations, then just the 2. Nice.
What's a good word for upwardly mobile?
Aspirational? Aspiring?
Oh, maybe. Oh, enterprising.
Oh, there you go.
Energetic and enterprising.
Ooh.
Double E.
How's galling and direct sound as a personality?
It sounds lovely. Very lovable. Galling and direct.
You're galling?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Imagine I'm just like I think of like more of what you think of as like a high-end fashion designer, but towards warships.
Oh.
And like my presentation, right? Of like what I'm doing is like everything's fanciful and over the top, and of course you need to have. Yeah.
Every time we roll out a new model, you have to have a big red carpet thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But I'm also, very direct and.
You son of a bitch.
I don't know. We'll see how this plays. I may tone that down a little bit. That might be a little too much, but I find it fun for the time being.
Nice. So Terry, as far as your role in the house, do you want to be the kind of the master assassin, or do you want to be just a warrior class that isn't?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to
yeah.
put it into words. I'm not sure if I want to do more like a captain of the guard kind of thing, or some kind of like a protector to protector of the house.
Okay. Yeah, so probably the sword master or the what's martial?
Yeah, sword master would be good.
Let me double check how they're defining martial.
I think there was a duelist or something like that, if I remember seeing that.
One of the I think one of the archetypes is a duelist. Yes, that would be good. You'll be very agile.
So is that a personality trait, or does that go somewhere else?
That's an archetype, so that'll give you your skills. As far as your just your role in the house, let me double check. So the marshal of the house kind of enforces the laws. The spy master maintains a network of spies. The sword master or weapons master is responsible for
defends the family.
Yeah, right. And personal trainer. Yeah, defends the family. Personal trainer. Yeah, personal safety of the noble family is
their
their
sounds like what I want to do.
direct responsibility. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So would that was the sword master?
Yes. Sword master. Sword master of House Abusecartoons.
You make another chief of security?
I hadn't thought of it that way, but close, yeah. More like a protector of the house and the whoever's running things.
Yeah, I was thinking about
not
that.
Not so good at explaining things right now.
I was thinking about that when I was reading it earlier, and at first I was thinking, oh, well, Gurney and Duncan were both sword masters, but I'm thinking Gurney was probably more like the war master role.
I think so. Yeah. I think you're right. Because he led the troops, and Duncan was kind of the away team. He was the forward team of infiltrating.
Yeah, all around badass. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I just say, like, maybe that's just his ideal casting, but like, it was not a distraction at all to have Jason Momoa doing that. Like, it just worked.
Yeah. No, definitely, and I think his death and everything was pretty compelling. That was pretty awesome because he comes across as mighty, and just seeing him get buried. Yeah, and according to I'm just listening to the Children of Dune now, and his Gula, when they created it, he took down 19 Sardaukar single-handedly, defending Paul and Jessica.
Oh yeah,
what a dude!
So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to type sword master into personality traits, and then it gives me an error.
Oh no!
Yeah, you have to hit the little infinity symbol after you type it in.
Oh, to make it permanent. Oh, I see.
To make it permanent. Yeah,
really?
I was having that same problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What does that? Yeah, permanent. Weird.
So then, what do we put in the role line on the background on the sheet?
Oh, if you have a actual role in the house, so Terry would have the role of sword master, and you can have, even though it's not officially, it's like not on the house sheet. You can have the role of designer. You can have the role of industrial designer. Yeah.
So would I be more like the envoy role then, probably?
Yeah. If that's the role, and you may not have a
so Will is an architect. Does that sound better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a? Oh yeah, we could.
A ship architect.
Yes. Right. Yes.
I like it.
That works. Yeah, and basically, and Will, you could actually have the role of advisor. So you're you're a supervisor and advisor to the house as far as the industrial their industrial pursuits.
There needs more gold on that. That's what I keep advising them to do.
Yes, not enough guilt. Nice. Okay, envoy. Yeah. You could do advisor, Will, if you wanted to, or if you, you can do however you want to be called, because we can add roles to the house. All right. Okay, so now we have. Yeah. So who are you? And then let's get away from there. Okay, so now the next part is the skills, which are basically attributes, and they're named a little bit differently. So I'll read a quick description so you kind of get the idea. So first skill is battle, and that's basically your skill at arms, your awareness of danger, but also your understanding of tactics, knowledge of tools and techniques of combat. So anything related to combat, including assessing, an opponent. You wouldn't use understand to know how dangerous something was or how deadly a weapon was. You would use battle. So basically everything connected to battle. So use it when you fight, when you seek to avoid danger, when you plan a battle, or when you try to recall some fact or method in the history of conflict. And then the next one is communicate, and that's basically engage in conversation, discussion, and debate. But it also is implication, innuendo, subtext. So reading both the spoken and unspoken words of someone. So you'd use communicate to persuade or deceive, to convey meaning, either implied or subtle, and also to understand others, what they're truly trying to say. So detecting lies, detecting motives, but also just speaking to somebody. And then discipline is kind of a catch-all for anything that uses either your mind or your body in very strict control. So the character's ability to influence and control their own body and mind. So that would include basically concentration and dexterity in a way. It's a combination of both physical and mental prowess. So your ability to exert direct, overt influence over others through presence, force of will, power of authority. So I guess it also would be for intimidation as well. It also allows a character to focus and concentrate on complex tasks like picking a lock. So yeah, you would use discipline to resist attempts to be subverted either by body or mind, and things like poisons, drugs, or mental influence. So like a Bene Gesserit was manipulating you or reading your mind, like using the voice. You would use discipline to resist the voice, basically. As well as suppressing your instincts and reflexes, as such as being subjected to extreme pain. So your hand in the box would be a discipline roll as well.
This is the fear is the mind killer attribute.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then the next one is move. So that's everything involved in mobility, to maneuver quickly, carefully. So agility or just movement. So run, walk, jump, climb, swim, or otherwise maneuver using speed, precision, or stealth. So a stealth roll would also be mobility. And also to exert force when you need to exert physical force in ways other than fighting. You would use your movement. And then the last one is understand, which is take in and process information, but also recall and apply information effectively at a later point. It's logical deduction, intuitive comprehension of situations, forming conclusions from perceived facts, as well as in-depth comprehension of academic, technical, or scientific knowledge. So you use understand to attempt to discern details about a situation around you. So this would kind of be, you'd roll it kind of for observation, and you'd get information about a situation. So if you rolled additional successes when you did an understand roll, every one of those successes or momentum could be an additional question you can ask me about what's going on, or what somebody's motives are, or what they're up to. So you can search an area thoroughly, you can perform research, you can recall things that you've learned in the past, reach conclusions and deductions from things you know or have learned, and then apply that knowledge in practical ways. So they're a little bit...
So are we picking one of one of the things from the rulebook to put into each of these
Yes,
categories?
so basically these skills will range from 4 to 8. So all of them start out at 4. You get you automatically, the minimum level is 4, and depending on kind of the archetype that you choose for your character. So archetypes will give you a primary and secondary skill, and those need to be the 2 highest. So those will be 6 and 5. So basically, if you choose, let's say, what was the duelist? So if Terry was going to go with duelist as the archetype, then battle would be your primary. So battle would be 6, and then movement would be your secondary. So movement would be 5. The others would be 4. At this point, there will be some other ways to augment them. So based kind of on your archetype, and if there's not one that fits what you want to do, you can kind of choose what would be your primary and secondary.
Page 114.
So
Yes, yeah, 114.
Quick clarification.
Sure.
So is Swordmaster and Duelist 2 different things?
Duelist is
Or
it's just
I'm a Duelist because I'm a Swordmaster.
Yeah, it's under the archetypes for kind of war and battle, which they call war masters. There's duelist, tactician, sergeant, and warrior, and they all have a little bit of different focus. There's focuses and talents that they recommend. So you can kind of make your own archetype, or you can use one of these archetypes to kind of direct you about what to choose in each one of these steps as we go through them. But like the first one that you get is what's your primary and secondary skill, and that's what you assign 5 for the secondary, 6 for the primary in this initial round. So yeah, you can, like Will, if there's nothing under, let's see.
I mean, analyst kind of lines up with my.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not exactly the word I would have picked as my role, but it's like very similar to kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, and if there's anything you want to kind of vary, from there, if it doesn't quite fit, just let me know. Yeah, because that would be So primary would be discipline, secondary would be understand, and then the focuses would be things like attention to detail or composure. And so just like in Star Trek, we'll have focuses. So next to your 2 highest skills, once we're all finished, the focuses are going to be the kind of specifying a thing that you're good at. So when you roll for that skill, you'll get an improved level of success, or improved critical level when those things apply. So
would I put? I'm just trying to think. So like the analyst, do I put that underneath personality traits?
No, this is just kind of a guideline. You don't have to record analyst. It's just kind of the description of analyst just helps give you some ideas for what could be your focuses, what would be a good talent to choose. But you're free to deviate from anything that's recommended here. This is just kind of a guideline.
So he can say that his primary and secondary, instead of discipline and understand, it could be like communicate and understand.
Yes,
right?
correct. Yeah. You can switch those around if nothing fits. This is just to kind of speed things up, so you aren't like tweaking everything individually one at a time. This just gives you kind of recommendations. If you're going to do this kind of character, these would be good choices.
And don't we get like a couple points to polish this off too?
Yes, you do. Yeah, because the maximum is 8, and so you'll have a few points. So you can actually you'll be able to go up to 8 eventually.
Right, so right now we're in a way we're kind of choosing 2 skills, a primary and a secondary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So choose the 2
one's
skills.
Going to be 6 and one's going to be 5.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then your big ones at the end are what your focuses are going to be under.
Yes. Yeah. So at the end, the top 2 will give you focuses as well. And that's the, kind of, so if you have if you have a high communication, you can focus in acting or diplomacy or disguise or innuendo. Just constant innuendo.
How many more points do we get? 2?
I think so. Let me double check. It's in the. I think so. You get 2 more skill points. Primary skills 6. Okay. Oh, the other skills are at 4. Once you're done. Nothing can go above 8. Oh, you'll have 5 points. You'll have 5 points to distribute between the remaining skills. Maximum 8. 8 points.
Oh, we have 5 more.
Yeah,
points?
5 more. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. You may increase any skills you want. You have 5 points, which you may distribute between your skills, but no skill can be above 8, and no skill can be 4 is the minimum. You can't take away from. You can't go below 4 to get an extra point.
Aw.
No dump stats. No dump stats.
So where do we list our archetype at?
Oh, it's just a. I'm sorry. It's just a guide. It's not a. It's just a guide to how to choose some of these other pieces, to choose your focus or to choose your ambition or different. What else do they do? Your drives or talents, but you don't have to. You don't have to follow it. It's just a guideline, and they broke it down between kind of types. Adepts, war masters, socialites. So if you have the idea of the kind of character you want, then you can look at the 4 archetypes or however many there are under that category and kind of choose a specific way. But basically, at this point, you're just giving one drive a 6 and one drive a 5 based on what you think the highest would be so far, and then you have 5 more points to distribute. And your focus will come into whatever your 2 highest stats are. That's where the focus will come in. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anything 6 or higher gets a focus. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you really.
So if I made at 8 and a bunch of 5s, I'm kind of cheating myself.
Right. Yes. Yeah. 6 will give you 6 gives you a focus.
Ooh, that's harder than. What do you think? Like, kind of an insight, kind of judging people, kind of thing. Is that going to be understand, or is that going to be discipline?
To understand, well, if it's verbal, it's definitely communicate. If it's understand. If it's just to assess, kind of assessing.
Like to gauge if they're lying to me, that kind of thing. Would that be understand?
Yeah, I think it's understand.
Okay.
Let's see.
I actually read that somewhere.
Yes, perceived. Yeah, because communicate is just subtext and innuendo in communication, but understand is recalling and applying knowledge, but it's also discerning details from the situation around you. To search. Let's see. Compel or threaten. Yeah, I would say understand. It's not nonverbal.
Discipline's more proactive. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Discipline's like controlling yourself, really.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Hope you're going to be a really good fighter, Terry, because I am not.
Uh-oh. Okay, and
I figured if I'm designing warships, I have to have something in battle, right? Because it's also like the knowledge of how to fight.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
I have to have some battle to know how to. Like, the gun should point forward. Oh,
I gave myself
that's
a 1 in battle because I feel like all the noble born are probably forced to learn a little bit.
Right.
But because of galling and direct, I still have a 4 in communicate. I figured that's going to be my good old no one likes me stat.
Nice. Yeah, so go ahead and I guess at this point, if you have a good sense of what you want your character to be good at, go ahead and assign those 5 points. And then remember, everything over 6 and over will get a focus. If not more than one, if you have some other ideas.
6 and over gets a focus.
Yes.
And the other ones just are open ended.
Yeah. Anything 5 or under, you can't have any kind of specialty in it. You're not extra. There's no extra training or extra ability. So your critical will only be if you roll a 1. But
Hey Matt, they have tumbling and swinging under move for acrobatics.
Oh yeah. I actually went a different route. I gave myself an 8 in communicate and a 6 in understand.
Oh.
Because I figure I've been training as an ambassador, so
Nice.
I don't really see a good sample focus for bullshit detection, though.
Oh, yeah.
I swear I saw something, but I can't remember which one it was. I swear there was something that was like detect somebody that's lying or something like that.
Seems like there would be. I mean, there's deductive reasoning, make assumptions based on current information, but I don't know. Oh, how about physical empathy, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
It says understanding a person's state from their body language.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, understand. Yeah. Yeah, physical empathy would be good.
Is there examples of like focuses? Oh, I guess they're right here. Okay.
Yeah.
But is there just like a big list of focuses to give me a broader view of things?
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty big. They're about 10 to 20 each.
Yeah, they're divided by skill. So they're
Oh, maybe I'm looking at the wrong page because I was still looking at the individual things. Is there? Oh,
103.
Yeah, 103.
Oh, wow, you guys are way better at booking than I am. All right.
Booking.
Yeah, there's not a specific one that's for detecting like lies. What I was reading was under communicate, where it says use communicate when you attempt to persuade or deceive others, when you need to convey meaning through implication and subtle means, blah blah blah, and then it says and when you need to detect attempts by others to use these methods. But there's not a specific thing.
I think physical empathy kind of covers it, and the reverse of that, I'm taking deceit under communicate.
Nice. Yeah. I think that would go both ways. You deceiving and you detecting deception. I think that would.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the battle focuses is atomics.
Yes.
Use an understanding of atomic weapons.
Right.
So how handy does that come in this game?
They're outlawed. So yeah, you're not allowed. I mean, if we were going to do if you were fighting with the machines, maybe it would be more useful. But it would only be like in investigation. It would only be useful in investigation, not in combat, because you probably wouldn't be able to get a hold of them. They would be very expensive weapons, and if you did, your house may be completely cut off from all trade and all transportation. All navigator transit if you violate the kind of the great convention of no atomics, no laser guns shooting shielding.
Yeah, that's a homemade atomic.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's a.
And so in this universe, we don't have wrist-mounted sonic weapons.
Right.
No.
Yes. Yeah. So just blades, and you do have projectiles. There's some different guns that work and even are capable of penetrating shields, but last guns would be they'd very rarely be useful. Maybe only against Fremen or people that didn't have shield technology.
Sounds like shield fighting is probably a good one to have.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was one of the cool things from the book is the Harkonnen actually brought in a bunch of artillery because they knew they were going to drop the shields.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody freaking uses artillery because everyone has shields.
Right.
So after they took the city, they're like, yeah, just throw those away. We're never going to use those again.
think I have my skills locked down. 6 in battle with a focus of strategy. 4 in communicate, so no focuses there. A 7 in discipline with a focus in precision. 4 in move because always dressed too fancy to run around. And understand a 7 of advanced technology. If I'm building warships, I need to have some practical, understanding of how they work.
Nice. All right. Okay, good. So yeah, now you pick some focuses, distributed your points. Oh, how are you doing, Terry? Do you have for your move, do you have a move focus?
I'm looking at them.
Okay, cool.
The acrobatics sounds fun, but I don't know how useful it is.
Yeah, we can make adjustments.
Matt likes to tumble and swing a lot too, and
right.
he usually just winds up getting hurt. Missing eyeballs.
Escaping could come in handy.
And I'm not a Fremen, so I can't pick Worm Rider.
Right, yeah. Yeah, someday.
It's an innate skill you have, but you've never been able to use it. That's what it would.
Oh, I think
if it ever comes up.
Unobtrusive is kind of cool. That's just like blending into the crowd kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for Secret Service.
Yeah, or you stab somebody and you just sort of fade away into the crowd. Like a prison shank.
Yep, it's going to be stealth.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Good. All right, and then the other half of how you generate a target number is a drive, and the interesting thing about drives is you don't assign points; you actually just put them in order. So you give drives a rating based on the single most important thing. Something that's highly important, somewhat important, all the way down to 4, which you care nothing about. So these have the same score they range from 8 to 4, but you put them all in order sequentially. And so the 5 drives are duty, which is finding your place in society. It's your character's responsibility to get the job done. Faith is your moral expectation, either of religion or your character's spiritual needs. The character will have a moral imperative to take action if faith is a high priority. Justice is your drive towards balance and fairness, doing an action that is simply right, if not legally, if not morally. So it might be a character enforcing laws or punishment on behalf of their house or taking revenge. Power is the pursuit of great influence or authority. So power is when your action serves your character's agenda in some way. So you'll have an ambition as well. And your power, if your power is very high, it might feed into that. So self-serving power. And then the final one is truth. So the desire for knowledge or need to uncover and define what is true. Character's curiosity gets the better of them, or they absolutely must know something. They must know an answer to enhance their knowledge. They would have a high level of truth. They'd have a high rating for truth. Yeah, so go ahead and we can make adjustments if it doesn't seem to be matching what you thought your character would be. But go ahead and rate those from 8 to 4. Those 5 drive statements. Yeah, so kind of like your inner life and your motivation of your actions is what you should think of.
So we're numbering these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yes, correct. In whatever order you think they have priority to your character. And as far as faith, because there is a religion. There's the Orange Catholic religion, and then there's kind of the religion of the Bene Gesserits and the Fremen, which is with the Zuni, the Zen Zuni, kind of modified religions. But faith doesn't have to specifically come from a religion. It can be your own kind of spirituality.
The description says it could be faith in your faction or your friends.
Yeah. Right.
As much as the will of God.
Nice.
Do the statements mechanically come into play, or are they just more of a role-play guide?
Oh, yeah, no, mechanically, the drive statements do. They're the kind of like your what were they called? The values in Star Trek. When you want to use determination, it has to apply to one of those drive statements. So if you're, if you want to kill somebody, then it has to, it has to be, and you want to, spend determination to get an asset or a critical roll, a fixed critical roll. You can, you need to apply it to something like my justice. My justice statement says, that I vanquish all all enemies or whatever. Yeah. So it has to work mechanically, mostly for your determination spending.
Can you make the font smaller?
Yeah, no, yeah, right. It doesn't. It's not. Yeah, it extends if you stretch. Oh, yeah, it doesn't stretch that far though. Yeah, I don't think you can change the filled font.
Oh yeah, if you stretch out the character sheet, it does make the. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. The box gets a little wider.
I'm going for justice as a vengeance thing, not like Law and Order kind of thing.
Right. Nice. Nice.
It's 6, 7, and 8 that need statements.
Yes, I think anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it said the 3 highest.
Yeah, 3 highest. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Ooh, what must be done must be done. I like that one.
Where's the house? Vandor. Yeah, I'll see what I can find. If I can find some details about House Vandor, and we can fill in some of the blanks and make them nice and brutal ancestral enemies.
Yeah, we can make up a statement, right? It doesn't have to be.
Oh yeah. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to choose. It's all original, and and make it apply. Kind of be in your character's voice or be in your character's something they would think.
Is there examples of them somewhere?
Yes, on
I'm not going to find anything.
106. Yeah, there's drive statements based on each of the duty, faith.
I was
justice.
1 page away and I stopped turning the. Okay.
All right.
While I'm reading through the truth statements, all I can think of in my head is Jack Nicholson saying, "You can't handle the truth."
The truth is, let's see.
Wow, nobody went for any of the hardcore factions. So that means you'll get. You can really have a big wider choice of skills. I'm sorry, talents. Wider choice of talents.
So I took an 8 in justice, 7 in power, 6 in duty, 5 in truth, 4 in faith.
Oh, okay.
And then For my justice statement, I put, I will destroy the enemies of Abusecartoons. For power, I put the powerful know what is best.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
And for duty, I put what I took the one from the book because I liked it.
Yeah.
What must be done must be done.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Wow. So yeah, if you're communicating with justice, you're going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I'm lying for justice.
Yeah, lying for justice, but it's for the family.
Yeah. It's all situational ethics.
Right.
So is faction our house, or is that the like mentats and stuff?
That's the extra stuff. Yeah, factions are the guilds and the Bene Gesserit and the Sook house and the Swordmaster house. Yeah, and if there's anything as you're going through talents, and there's any that's limited to one of those factions, restricted to one of those factions, and you want to take it, feel free to add that add that faction as part of your backstory. That's all. It's all possible. Because so you get to choose 3 talents, and these are basically advanced, like special skills, advanced techniques, and your archetype will recommend, if you chose an archetype, it'll recommend a single talent, but you don't have to go with that. It just is if it fit well, and and some talents are connected to a particular skill. So it'll only apply when you're rolling that skill. So keep that in mind. Yeah, if it sounds really good, maybe it is actually much more specific. Like bold. Yeah, bold is bold battle or bold communicate. Yeah, that was similar to Star Trek. I think we had like bold navigation or things like that.
Yeah, flying into the asteroids instead of around them.
Right. It's all bold.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I was again reading stuff. So are we on to talents now, or are we doing statements still? Okay,
if you've got,
I think I've wrapped up my statements.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, if you've got your statements done for the.
What are yours?
Yeah. Once you read.
My truth, which is my highest one, is if it is known, I must know it.
Ooh.
My powers, I kind of just took the thing from the book. This power to destroy a thing is absolute control.
Ooh.
And duty is what must be done, I will do.
Nice. How about you, Terry? What are you?
I went with additional stuff. So, duty is my highest one. I made it up, but get it done, which is a takeoff of make it so.
Yes, nice.
Since my character kind of is a little bit like Gurney's character in the original Dune, played by Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
And then my truth score is 7, so I put the truth will set you free. And
Nice.
Under justice, I put what goes around comes around.
Nice.
Basically karma.
Yes. Excellent. All right. Okay, yeah. So now we're on to talents. So you get 3 talents, and some of them are actually quite powerful, but they're, a lot of them can be very situational. So just be aware that it's tied to that. And if it says, let's see, skill in parentheses, I think it might mean that it's specific to a skill. Yeah, you select you have to choose a single skill. So if under talents, so starting on page 127, under talents, if it has skill in parentheses, that means it's only for when you're rolling a specific skill. And if it has the Sook Doctor or Mentat talent or Navigator talent, that means you have to take that faction. You have to be affiliated with that faction, which you can be if you think that would be appropriate character, because with all of the houses, it's widely known or widely accepted that you would enlist Mentat training or Bene Gesserit training if you wanted a specific set of skills. So it's not something that has to be secret. But the interesting thing that in gameplay, then you can have kind of conflicted loyalties. So when you have like a justice statement or a truth statement, you might have two loyalties that might come into conflict if the Bene Gesserit are actually saying, "We need your help. Please abandon your house and come save us."
And
so the sheet. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask. We need to take one of those from the archetype.
You don't have to. That's the recommended one to kind of fit. Like that's probably what they think is the best choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and here, let me share. Oh, sorry. Let me share the assets. Let me share everything. I got to turn that default. Okay, so under that little suitcase on that right menu, the item suitcase, there is assets and talents. So you can just drag and drop to make it easier. Because I don't think there's a way to type in the field. But I'm giving you ownership right now. There we go. Yeah, so there should be two directories under that little item suitcase. So assets and talents. So first we'll do talents. So you get 3 of those, and if they're specific to a skill, remember you have to choose which skill you'll roll. And they all have a little sack. But not all of them. Some of them have a little hooded figure. The default icons. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Okay, so hidden motives.
Mm-hmm.
It says when an opponent fails to understand or communicate tests against you, you may immediately create a trait which reflects a mistaken belief they have about you. So is that kind of like if I lie to someone and they fail to pick up on it?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So if you say I'm the ruler of my house, and they fail to see that lie, you are the ruler of that house according to them.
Yeah.
Your lies manifest. But I think especially for those, they will only last for that scene. So as soon as you change scenes, so a lot of the, or I guess with that person, they'll only exist with that character. And you may have to test again against that. If you want to keep that trait, you'll have to test it against a new person. But so the not in the unsubstantial, what do they call them? The assets that are not physical, they are very easy to lose. Like they're like relationships or promises or favors that you were owed. It's much easier to lose those than something physical. So when you're choosing assets, consider that. But traits and traits work that same way because they're insubstantial. You'll have it, but it may not last the scene, depending, or it may only last one scene, unless it states. Let's see. Yeah, someone's got to be lying his ass off.
Mm-hmm. There's actually a lot of lying ones.
Nice. Yeah, and so talents.
I didn't see like a rich kid one. Like, is that gonna be like under assets or something?
Oh yeah, that's something you could choose. Yeah, that's something you could definitely choose as an asset. But
we're gonna do that. That's a separate.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. Yeah. Let me double check and see what they say as far as
Oh, never mind. I found one. It's called improved resources.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, that's
your
Axel.
Yeah. I'm just gonna buy everything. You'll buy every planet you come into contact with.
Yeah, because I was looking at that too, just thinking of if I'm involved with all the warship stuff, maybe I have some cool weapon or something extra, just kind of floating around with my. It's so gilded and has so much filigree all over it that you don't even realize that it's something cool, like a belt. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything cool. I'll try harder.
Fancy hat. You should have like a clerk that just follows you around, constantly writing down what you tell him. That'd be hilarious.
I think Will's biggest accomplishment is how to get all of your ships that float on the sea to actually float on the sand, so they'll be useful to the Atreides house in 50 years.
Somehow they float on water, but they sink in sand. It makes no sense at all. I don't understand what I did wrong there.
Yeah, they just need tires.
The what's it called? The sand compactor thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know that little handheld thing that he molds the sand with?
Yes. Yeah.
Will just has to build a giant one of those for the front of a ship.
Oh yeah.
And suddenly it's like sailing through the sand like a worm.
Right. Nice. Yeah, instead of bird strike, you'll have worm strike where you're plowing through sandworms.
So we're picking one for each one of these, or?
Yeah, you get 3 talents. Yeah, you can choose 3 talents, but some of them have conditions where you have to have Bene Gesserit training or Suk training, and some of them are specific to only when you roll a certain skill. So yeah, you're free to pick any 3 that make sense. If you did choose a archetype, it may recommend one, but it's not. You're not forced to do that. So if you chose duelist, it recommends you take the slow blade. And if that looks useful.
But I have shield fighting, so does that kind of replace that, or?
Let's see.
Not the same?
No. It'll give you an additional. You can buy additional dice with a melee weapon, and shield fighting just gives you a higher chance of a critical when you are using shield.
The talents kind of give you like powers, sort of.
Yeah, like special, like reroll abilities or a +1 or something. There's different modifiers to what you're doing. The focuses just give you a higher chance of critical success.
The slow blade's cool because if you are shield fighting, it'll let you potentially ignore their shield.
Yes, yeah. Just go right on through. Oh, Will, you don't want to be a flamboyant, twisted mentat. You don't want to.
Shit. Maybe a twisted mentat. Can you be a twisted mentat failed navigator? Just be all messed up.
Yeah. I see the future and I understand everything.
I can see the future and calculate it all. Whoa.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that if I were you. That's all Will's character says. I wouldn't. No, I don't do that.
So I took Binding Promise, which kind of makes people keep their word with me usually.
Oh, cool.
And then I took Hidden Motives and Improved Resources.
Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you'll have an extra asset, extra starting asset. So instead of 3, you'll have 4. Nice.
Also, I was looking at everybody. We all have really cool Dune names. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, great names. Very cool.
Yeah, I started typing stuff in, and I looked at what you guys wrote. So I was like, I better rein in my goofiness here a little bit. Kind of tuned it a little.
I stole mine from John Carter of Mars.
Oh, nice.
The first part, anyway.
Yeah.
We
Mars
won't.
Carcass.
That was the first 2d20 game we played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I'm gonna step away for real quick and get a drink. Be
Okay.
right back.
There's so many of these things. It's hard to decide.
Yeah, and the advancement points will let you buy additional ones in the future. They're pretty expensive, but you can buy ones in the future. So don't think that this is your skills will not be modified, but your not drives, the talents and focus. Yeah, talents and focuses can change. So these aren't like final choices. I like that they give you the full text from the book in the under the talent. That helps save us some page flipping.
You ever? This is kind of white trashy, but you ever put a soda in the freezer and try to time it perfectly so when you take it out, it's basically a Slurpee?
Never.
I almost hit it perfectly today. I'm so satisfied with myself.
Wow. Awesome.
All right. We still working on it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We still got one more talent each. And then
Yeah.
sorry.
It's hard. There's so many talents.
Yeah,
Yes.
there are.
Yeah, and it's hard to imagine, like, situationally. It's like, will I ever use that? That's so cool, but will I ever? Yeah, I'm instantly just going to dump you guys on Dune, and you'll be like, ah, fuck. Why didn't I take worm riding?
So the assets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little confused because there's two different things that say they give you bonus assets.
Yes.
So there's one that says improve resources. You may increase the number of assets you possess by +1.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one that says when purchase this talent, each time you select this talent, choose a single category of assets from the following lists, and the number of assets you get in that by +2. I guess those are maybe like not as crazy.
Yeah, those are those are specifically. Yeah, what was that one called?
Specialist.
Special. Oh yeah. So specialist. That's only under the specific. When you are involved in dueling, warfare, espionage, or intrigue, only specific to those, and those are conflicts. So that's only when you're engaging in those type of conflicts, and those will give you additional assets, but it's going to be just generated assets. Not so the ones that you take from the very beginning are going to be kind of high quality, and they'll give you traits. And these assets may be less permanent. Oh wait, no. So it's but you have to. I'm sorry. They're just situational. That's right. So you get 2 assets, additional assets, but they must be chosen from one of those categories. So you'll be very good at dueling or warfare or espionage or intrigue because you'll have extra assets that you can call on, but only in that specific situation. The one that Matt took, improved resources, is just a general +1 asset from character creation.
It could be anything.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, specialist only applies to assets in these conflicts, and it's only one category of conflict. Sorry. Yeah, assets are very abstract because they can just be a stance, a look in your eyes. I mean, they can really, really be abstract.
This is an abstract bonus type of thing.
Yes, correct.
I don't know what to do for my third one. I thought I saw it, and then I kept reading, and now I've forgotten it. It fell out
Oh no!
of my head.
What are your first 2?
Direct and intense study.
Mm.
So once per scene, I can just have someone else go instead of me. I'm like, no, take care of that, and they go do it instead. And the other one is I can use my understanding in place of another skill if I want to.
Oh, nice, nice.
So I can try to use understanding. I could try to use logic to communicate to people or something like that.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to shoot straight with you here, friend. Let me tell you what's going on. Oh, that's what it was. Where is that one at?
Oh, I found one for Matt. If he needs one, find trouble.
Oh, I thought about that one, but then I was also like, no. I'm
Wherever you are, you can always contact the criminal underworld for black market.
Nice.
I'm more like, courtier trouble, not low life trouble.
You stay out of the gutter.
There was that one where you can give someone skill. Will, did you see that one?
No. That's what I keep reading them, and then I read the next one, and then the previous one's gone. I'm not good at...
Where was that?
They need little check boxes so you can check ones that you like and then go back and review them all.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, Mask of Power is kind of cool. Did you see that one?
I kind of skipped over because it didn't feel like by name, it didn't feel like what I was thinking. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, maybe it is because it is just me being an ass to people.
Yeah. It sounds like it should be nefarious, but it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Wow, yeah. False blackmail or a favor. Nice.
Passive scrutiny. That's kind of cool. When you enter a scene, you may ask one question of the game master.
I feel like I'm going to mess it up all the time. I'm going to be like, what color is his shirt? I asked the wrong question.
It's always blue. Come on.
What is your favorite color? I don't know.
I'm honing in. I swear. Just a few more hours.
There was one that lets you give people skill points, and I can't find it now. Am I tripping?
Oh, kind of like an assist talent. Oh, yeah, you've got one more too, Terry.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing that Will is. I'm reading things, and then it's like I've seen like 2 or 3 that I liked, and now I can't remember which ones they were, and I can't find them now.
What were you saying, Matt? You said, "Oh yeah," like you found something.
Well, there's Advisor. It's not the one I was looking at, but it's kind of similar. It says when you choose this talent, select a single skill. Whenever you assist an ally, and you use that skill, the ally you assist may re-roll a single die 20 in their pool.
Pretty cool.
Oh, here's the other one.
Work? You just said
collaboration. Here you go. This is the one I was thinking of. When you select this talent, choose a single skill with a rating of 6 or more. Whenever an ally attempts a test using that skill, you can communicate with them. You may spend 2 points of momentum to allow them to use your score for that skill and one of your focuses.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Agent Carolina says 2 of us are really loud.
Oh.
Is it me? Am I the loud one? I'm pretty loud.
You're loud in my headphones.
I can't hear myself, unfortunately. I can only hear you guys, so I'll have to look at the levels.
I think for me, you're kind of between Terry and Will.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
everyone.
Yeah.
No one seems loud to me, so I'm probably the loud one.
Yeah, I can come down a little bit on all of us. Yeah. So we won't peak so hard.
I think I'm the other loud one.
There we go. I'll bring it down a few dBs. Agent Carolina, thank you for the...
I dropped mine down a little bit. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, good. That's great, Terry, yeah.
Says Jeremy is always quiet, so I turn it up, then I'm blasted.
No. No. I'll get on that mic.
Maybe I just scream really loud. I'll try to just talk softer. Maybe that will... I'm sure I could adjust the level somewhere, but...
Oh, she's saying we should say our names. This is Matt.
This is Terry.
This is William.
And this is Jeremy. And we're playing Dune. Almost.
Welcome to The Price is Right.
So you took direct, Will?
I took direct and intense study.
Direct is the bossy one. I like that.
What are the ones that say skill in parentheses? Are we not able to
You
pick those?
you have to pick a skill to go with it. So like collaboration, you have to pick a skill, and that skill is the one you can collaborate with.
Yeah, when it says skill in parentheses. Oh, sorry, I was wrong about advancement. If this changes anything that you guys are doing, you can raise skills with spending advancement points. You can do +1, but you can only do it once. So each skill can be advanced spending points, but only one time, a maximum of 8. So if you're already at 8, that you can't go over that. But then you can also buy focuses, more talents, and more assets. And the other interesting thing you can do is in between sessions, if you're like, my character's not working out, I don't like these roles, you can lower something, lower a skill to minimum before, and then move that point over to another skill. So you can kind of like just move your existing points around for and focuses as well. And,
did you take in? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's. And you could retrain talents. Okay, that's it.
Did you take intense study, Will?
Yes.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. That one's cool. And then
that's like the human trait from most free league games.
Oh yeah, Terry.
Well,
there's rapid recovery. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm talking over you.
I was thinking about that one. Yeah. That was one of the ones that I was trying to refind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because removing a complication that's an injury might be good if you're going to be involved in a lot of protection.
Well, I was looking at that, and I was also looking at one where I could do medical for other people.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't find that now, and I think maybe it was a Mentat thing.
Oh, okay. Or a Souk. Maybe a Souk, yeah. Yeah, there's adrenaline shot, yeah.
No, I thought there was like a field medicine kind of talent. I think I'll just do rapid recovery. Okay, I'm done.
I'm going to do driven.
Driven.
There we go.
So you got a chauffeur, basically? Is that?
Yeah, I get driven everywhere I want.
Excellent. No, that's good. All right. So now the final, and I guess we've got 2 more things. Your ambition, but we can kind of make that the final thing to wrap up because you may have assets may influence that. Assets. So the 2 kinds of assets are kind of physical and not physical, which is not the words that they use. Are either something that a physical item that you have, and then a favor or a blackmail or something that you can use. So assets are very abstract. So that's that's right. Chapter 7 is all about assets. There we go. And the thing about assets is these 3 assets are probably your most important because they will have a higher quality. The ones that you generate during gameplay, unless you spend a lot of momentum, will have 0 quality, which means that they don't. There's nothing special about them. The ones that you generate now will not only have they'll give you the ability to like engage in combat or like a advantage engaging in combat or protecting yourself with bodyguards or something, but they will also give you a trait that can be used to recognize your house, recognize your affiliation with a faction. They'll have some other special ability through a trait, and so they're much more effective than ones that are generated. And we'll talk about the whole asset, how that works. So 194, sorry. Yeah, 194 is personal assets. There we go. So these are the physical things you can choose. A lot of them are weapons. There's ranged weapons, melee weapons, armor, and dress. And basically, so they're a higher quality. So it's a better sword than most swords, or better armor than most armor, and you won't really ever lose it. Like it's a thing that'll be with you always. And the same thing with the kind of non-physical assets is the ones that you do during character creation are hard to lose. The ones that are harder to lose. The ones that you do that you generate in play will be very easy to lose. Like things can shift against you easily. So let me just get the wording right. Yes, so the intangible, that's right. Tangible and intangible is how they define them. So tangible are physical things, and intangible are more like status in the world, favors you can call on, different affiliations that you may have that may come in handy. Yeah, well, so the assets, so starting on 194, there's a huge list of personal assets, and they all have that's right. And the other thing about assets is they have keywords associated with them, so that also determines you. So keywords provide additional context for how an asset may function in situations. Assets usually have 2 to 3 keywords, most of which are a single word. So the assets, so from the list, you can take those keywords, or if you want to tweak anything, you can do that.
So how do they, just out of curiosity, how do they handle if some psycho wants to shoot someone with a las gun and they know they have a shield?
Oh, right. If someone's going to do that, I don't know. You're probably going to be stopped. Like it's probably going to be a situation where I would make the difficulty would be so high to actually get that shot off because everyone would try to stop you. That
whoa.
But there would be. I mean, there would be like terroristic type people that may try something like that. But because if they're associated with any sort of group, though, the what would happen to their to their reputation or the status of their house or whatever would be pretty brutal.
So how do we know what we can pick for assets?
Oh, everything under assets, and especially, I mean, the only thing
So I can pick fortress.
Yeah, I mean, if you can explain that, yeah. Because you are the master at arms, basically, so you could have a strategic fortress on the moon, and that as an asset, it would be part of what you'd use to control the planet, decide to impede attackers. Yeah, so it's something, if you recommended that be built, recommended to your ruler that be built, yeah, that can exist as an asset. But it's not going to be mobile.
And how many are we picking here?
3. Yeah, so I would suggest at least 1 intangible, just so you can have that, because that would be something that would kind of always exist in the world. The physical assets are sometimes it's not practical to have them, or sometimes you wouldn't be able to use them in all situations. And intangibles sometimes are maybe a little more useful in some situations, like contacts or certain things. And they divide them by the different types of conflict. So intrigue and dueling and combat, they kind of divide them down that way. Oh yeah, there are quite a few pages of assets. Yeah, it goes all the way to 215. And this is also something you can, swap out if you pick something that's completely unusable. We can fix that. And so, like smaller weapons. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I have shield fighting as a skill, and the slow blade as a talent. So I would think that I would have one of those shields.
Yes.
So is that an asset that I need to pick from this list?
If you want it to, let's see, special. So no high velocity. Risky to use. Oh, yeah. If you want a kind of a better quality shield, you could always generate a shield. Like you could always have, picked up one from the armory automatically just because of your house affiliation and because you are their swordmaster.
Okay, so I don't have to waste an asset here.
No, you don't have to. But if you want your shield to be special in some way, or have some intimidation factor, or have some kind of better facility, basically it'll be a +1 shield if you pick it now. It'll give you some better advantage, but you'll have access. So, and especially any weapon that's concealable, you can, if you produce an asset, you can just pull a knife out of your pocket at any point, if it would be believable that you would have brought it with you and that it's concealable. So you don't have to equip. You're not equipping yourself. Oh, so
this is cool. It's just a lot of dead air as I'm reading.
Yes, right. Yes, it does say for personal shields, you can threaten someone with a las gun. So I guess the shield protects you, and the person on the side of the outside of the shield firing on you is the one that gets the pseudo atomic blast. Wow.
Well, it says if a shield struck by a las gun, either the shield or the las gun randomly determined will produce an atomic explosion. So it's like 50-50.
Are you feeling lucky, punk?
So on Foundry, we have shield and shield infantry, but in the book, we have shield personal.
Oh, yeah.
Shield semi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Does it have a description on the item? Let's see.
Don't look like it.
Yeah. You can. Yeah. Whatever you. Oh wait. Let me.
I would want. I mean, I'm not. It says shield infantry, but I don't think I would just have more of what this is described as a personal shield.
Right. I think that would be. Oh yeah. There's no description.
Maybe they're the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just take the.
So you said that these ones that we're picking now are somehow better?
Yes, let's see. It has the these are better than what you would generate. Tangible, 3 assets. Oh, one must be tangible. Sorry, so you can't pick 3 intangible assets. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. So these should be something personal, something special, and that also means that it could take an unusual form. So it's going to be exceptionally effective, well crafted, or has some significant history behind it. So you don't merely own a knife; you own a crysknife. This is the knife the Duke gave you during this battle, or you carry a poisoned knife. So these items have a higher quality. So they're at least quality 1. Let's double check what their quality definition is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so they're at least quality 1 if you... Yes, and then you can kind of describe that narratively, like what's better about that shield or about that knife or whatever it is, the sword. And that will come into play in conflict. The quality of the weapon that you use will give you a +1 in most cases. So if the circumstance, you're making a skill test with an asset, the asset's quality has no effect in the rules, but the game master can allow you to generate bonus momentum on successful tests equal to the asset's quality, and the quality can increase as the character advances. You can improve items as well. But yeah, higher quality, I think it comes in especially handy with defense. So if you're parrying with a blade or with a shield, a higher quality will it'll be harder to hit you, basically. It vibrates at a different frequency. But assets that you generate with momentum, that you basically buy with momentum, will always be quality 0 unless you pay additional to raise the quality, and then they're only temporary. These you'll always have access to.
Do you think we need to mark in the notes that these are
What's that?
Our starting assets or something?
Oh, as long as they're on your sheet, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll just always have those. Oh, cool. Oh, and if you click that little notes thing, they give you another line. So under the asset, you can write some additional information if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, because those narratively that might come up if you say, well, this knife was given to me, this armor was worn. So it may give you you may be able to create assets with the specialness of the items, specialness of the tangible assets. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, lots of lots of reading with assets. Because they break them down. In the book, it's nice they break them down into categories. So if you've got a specific focus, it's all there.
So if I wanted to have a mole, amongst the who are our enemies? The Rishi?
The Vandor, House Vandor is your
House Vandor?
yeah.
Would that be this political spy on 210, or would that be something else?
Oh, probably. That sounds good. Yes. Yes, yeah, political spy can provide information. Yeah, definitely.
And should I put what it is, or is that one of those things where you just invoke it when you want to?
Yeah, you can. You don't have to be specific. You don't have to say his name is Steve, and he, you don't have to. You don't have to say anything. You just say I have a spy, and anytime you want to invoke it as an asset, it's always available, and it's going to be a very effective one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll basically be no cost. Yeah, that's the other thing is these will be available to you, when you have 0 momentum. So the start of every session, the start of every scene, when you've run out of momentum, these assets will be available to you. Others have to be generated, but first you'll have to have momentum or pay threat to make those possible. Yeah, so basically just take the generic name of the asset, and then we can determine how you can invoke it. Yeah. Yeah, so basically the traits, they do a nice job of kind of explaining like how that adds kind of a plus and minus for you in situations. Like if you can take a trait and say, I am this, kind of naming the trait. So this, so the situation is easier or harder, and then that will just basically mean +1 or -1. And so we can go through all of the traits in a specific situation, all of the traits that your assets have, your assets that you created have, and then also the assets that the situation and your maybe enemy has, and that will kind of determine who has advantage in the situation, who is rolling more dice or harder to hit or whatever. So I like that. I like the way they kind of simplified that to naming an asset and saying this makes it harder, or they also say it makes it possible or impossible, because some situations will be impossible for you to do, but you can generate an asset like a guild highliner to transport you to Arrakis. That makes speaking to the Fremen possible. So it'll be kind of on that more abstract level. All right. Oh, good. Hey, Will's got an ornithopter.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was trying to decide if I wanted like a little pilot one, or if I want a bigger one and have my other thing be a team of specialists, like tech guys, seeing how I'm like the engineer.
Oh, right.
Thinking
right.
like I have my fancy group of engineer people who show up and glue all the gold gilding on the side of everything for me.
Nice.
And a supply contract. So I was thinking that would be very easily associated with the shipbuilding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so I don't know who exactly would be the right group for that to be. If it would just be like the spacers type stuff, or if it's going to be more terrestrial.
Yeah, and it can be depending on the situation, it can be whatever comes up, whatever is needed. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, that can also protect you from anybody trying to block. If the enemy house is actually trying to mess with your manufacturing, you say, yeah, but I have the supply contract. It's not, so with these guys, so we're not going to be ever out of materials.
For the notes on my shield, Will, I'm putting an experimental Tobrovan design.
Ooh.
I love it.
And on a 1, it explodes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But you look fantastic while you pull up.
So should I get a lasgun or lasgun or however you say that?
Yeah,
or am I going to be able to get one anyway?
Yeah, you can get one at any time. You probably should go. I mean, probably have an effective blade, because if you've got high battle and you think you're going to be engaging in combat, having a high quality weapon will probably benefit you. Lasgun is very situational, and so you don't really need to. There may be very, very few chances to actually use it. So a blade would be much more multi-purpose.
Unless you want to nuke us all.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Maybe the experimental thing is there's a lasgun built in pointed at you on your suit that you can, at any time, you hit a button and it fires, man. That's fine.
No. I didn't get the atomic skill. So.
Yeah, right.
I was kind of hoping it just vibrated on an unusual frequency or something.
But I am tempted by the anti-grav platform. That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Does that fit in my pocket?
Yeah. Well, you guys can just take that everywhere. You guys are just floating.
There's the whatchamacallsums, the repulsors. What do they call them? I forgot what they call them. Suspensors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The floaty things you can wear.
I think Kel should be floating around with a long train behind.
Yeah.
Of embroidered, beautiful embroidery.
Well, the thing is, like, they imply that the one that we get here, it doesn't actually let you hover, right?
Oh, just makes you lighter. Suspensors.
Height and mass energy consumed based on the weight. Personal suspenders do not have the power to allow flight or stop. Oh, it says allow flight or stop falls very high, but I guess I could still be just floating around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll your feet will never touch the ground, but yeah.
Well, now I misread that originally. Now, yeah, I think I have to get that. I was gonna get like a team of engineers, but instead I'm just cool.
Nice. Oh, and if you took, oh yeah, that's right. Matt already did that. Your improved resources.
Yeah. So I have my father's Kinjal. I have the special shield, and then I have in my back pocket I got a political spy and a courtesan.
Oh, nice.
I thought you said your father's Ken doll. I'm like, why would he have one of those? Never mind.
It's a relic.
Nice.
Don't you want Barbie to go with it?
Yeah, but my Barbie's head's missing, so
Wait, you have 5 assets.
I have 4.
Because he picked one of his talents gave an extra asset.
Yeah, improved resources.
So, Jeremy, you suggested a blade. So, what would be a good choice?
Oh yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on if you want to be able to conceal it or not. So if you look in the keywords and it says concealable, or we're not going to be fighting thinking machines. So you can just take a
well, there's a blade. There's a bodkin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Kinjal says it's good for fighting shields.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so like a large curved blade. So a bodkin, you'd be able to conceal it. So if you want to be stealth and you don't want people to know you have a weapon, something like that would be always good. But a concealable weapon you can actually generate as a low quality, quality 0 asset. So maybe you want a more impactful blade for dueling, like something that a blade or a Kinjal or something for that you would draw. If you're being confronted, if you're having to fight off.
I'll just go with the standard blade then.
Okay. Yeah, and you can kind of decide, because it is a special quality one, you can decide like where you got it, what style it is, and you can use it because you have shields combat. You can use it to penetrate shields. Cool. Yeah, so you can add your own additional. So it's a melee weapon, and you can add additional keywords if you want to. If you want to make it concealable, it can be. You could just kind of determine any size. What were you say, Matt?
So the keywords mechanically, like they give you like a bonus die. What is that gonna do?
Well, it'll allow you in certain situations. They're basically they work like traits for assets, and they'll allow you. So if something is concealable, that means it can be undetected. If it's a melee weapon, that means you're not fighting unarmed. If it's quiet, then it won't draw attention. So it'll be it's kind of traits for assets, built-in traits. Yeah. So Terry, you can even, because your keywords for a blade are just open, you can even make it a poisoned blade. You can make it, you can have it be a stun blade. Come up with because Tobrovin has all kinds of amazing designs. Maybe there is a blade you can just use to knock people out. Any contact will stun somebody.
Incredibly bedazzled, but it's very dull. I'm sorry.
It just sparkles amazingly when you draw it.
Yeah, it looks amazing. From a distance, everyone sees you and is aghast with the beauty of it, but it won't cut a piece of bread. It's more of a baton than a sword. So I was looking at the specialists on page something 202, and the bottom says quality 2. Does that mean I have to spend 2 points to get it, or is that?
Oh,
or can I not get that? Because it's the troops, so it's under soldiers in the warfare. Like they're the only things that see quality, because there's conscripts which have a 0, children have 1. I didn't notice that until I was thinking about it, and it says specialist quality 2.
Right. Yeah. So maybe that specialist talent. This may have been because then you could choose your.
Okay.
You could choose under warfare. Okay. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, you could take this, but because it is specialists that are warfare assets, it would only be usable in warfare. Like this wouldn't be somebody you could bring around with you. They would be like on the architect level, like the higher looking down level. So if your boots on the ground, like involved in an actual fight, these guys wouldn't be there.
No, yeah, my original thought was to have me have like a fancy gilded vehicle with my team of tinkerer people that do everything, but I don't, like I said, because they're quality 2, I don't think I can.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right drive. I think they're too expensive. I think.
Standard unit of soldier. Yeah, you could take a. Let's see. Let me double check what the quality thing said. I think though, because it is a warfare asset, it's just meant for that scale. Where is that?
Because I'm either going to have a team of engineers or I'm going to be floating around like a tool the whole time. I haven't decided which one.
I thought about taking a house member and having a bodyguard, but I changed my mind.
Yeah, I think you could take that, and I think it would only count as 1, but it is only going to be usable in warfare.
In like engineering or whatever I pick as a thing.
And so in conflict that involves fighting house to house, if 2 houses fighting, like armies fighting, yeah, that would be the same thing. Like if Terry took the fortress as an asset, it would only come up if you were attacked. It would only be a usable asset if you were attacked.
Gotcha. Okay.
You could let's run to my fortress.
I thought about it.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Kenjal also instead of the blade.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. You'll have to get them engraved with the house emblem. And what is the house emblem? Any ideas about what animal or object represents the house?
Like a dolphin or a shark?
Yeah, maybe a fish or sea creature of some kind.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A 3-headed shark.
I mean, that's pretty metal. I don't
with lasers on their heads.
Yes, nice.
freaking laser beams on their foreheads. Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe it should be one of those like flying fish.
Oh, okay.
But the planet's all water. Why would they need to fly?
I don't know.
Bursting out of them. And any colors? You want to go with like sea colors, or do you want to do something?
How about a swordfish? I think that's really an impressive
Ooh, all right.
silhouette.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a freaky 20,000-year evolved swordfish.
Yeah. It's gonna have
Yeah,
extra.
with 3 heads.
Yeah.
Apparently, all the fish have 3 heads.
2 of them have kinjal swords, and one's got a laser.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think having like a green, like a light green blue and a dark blue is what I'm thinking. Yeah, like stick with the sea motif. We'll just do it.
Okay.
Unless someone has another.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'll come up with something so we can have some nice graphics. So the last thing, so you guys have your assets, so you're all good. And yeah, think about how they're special, just so you can add keywords.
Did they have a value of 1?
Yes. Yeah, everything has at least a quality of it has a quality of 1. And the last thing we need to do is the ambition. And usually the ambition is related to your highest drive. So each player has an ambition which guides their long-term actions. A character who takes steps to achieve their ambitions will become more capable. So you'll get the advancement points. What are they called? Yeah, advancement points for pursuing ambition. So during character creation, it should be based on your highest rated drive. And then they've got some examples on page 123 under each of the drives. So, for example, Matt's highest is justice, and the example is justice ambitions are driven by a sense of fairness or balance or a desire to right wrongs and injustices, including personal grudges and vendettas. So if you want to avenge your uncle, or no,
What
not
page is
uncle.
that
Yeah.
on?
123.
Should be kind of like a statement.
Yes, yeah, and something that let me see. Let me
I
look.
mean, it feels like it's going to be very similar to like the statement of that drive too, right?
Right.
Like, they probably are close.
Yeah, so their example for their pre-gen character that they did was and maybe it needs to be worded as a goal, like it needs to be something that you can accomplish and say this is now done. So to become a secret spy, a secret master assassin is their pre-gen character. So yeah, something that you want to accomplish, like that you could actually check off a list. I did it, kind of thing. So not just like a general I always do this, but I need to become the master designer to House Atreides, or something that would be an achievement. So Kel is going to be floating just off the ground. We'll never see Kel's feet. That's good.
Nope. I might not even have feet.
That's true.
No one knows for sure.
That's part of your vendetta. I've got to get back to my feet.
Yeah, my ambition is to get robot feet or something. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Oh, sorry, it's getting late for you guys.
What was that house's name again? Our enemy house?
The enemy house is Vandor.
It's Ricci's. Oh no, I
Yeah.
got that wrong.
Yeah,
Vandor,
it's
under Ricci.
Under Ricci, yes.
Vandor?
Yes, yep. Yes, House Vandor. Another industrial miner house that hates you.
Right back at you, Vandy. All right. I put become Duke of House Abusecartoons in order to effectively reap my vengeance on House Vandor.
Ooh, all right. Yes. Nice.
Kind of going with this whole like vengeance, but if I'm in charge, I can be more vengeful, you know. So it's sort of an ends to a means kind of means to an ends kind of thing.
Nice. Just a minor ambition. Become the Duke of my house. Oh yeah, you're
It's
gonna
just a couple well-timed deaths, and you're in there.
right. Yeah, you're gonna be button head with Tars very often, trying to poison your cousin.
Or you know,
or marry.
Could be like a cousin marriage
Right.
thing, you know. It happens in the royal family.
Yep. Oh, nice.
I just realized, William, your name is Kel,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and you were
Yeah,
dating.
you were two dated in a
dating
previous
Kel.
life.
What?
No.
What's that? Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. This is all subconscious.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how to word her exactly because I like the idea of like kind of getting like exclusive control over. I mean, it'd be ridiculous, but I guess is your ambition supposed to be like achievable?
No, it has to be something you can move toward. I mean, it can be insanely ambitious, but it needs to be something that you can kind of measure that you're moving toward it, so that you can generate achievement points. But probably, yeah, in this lifetime, you should be able to get close.
Well, like my idea would be like to become like the person like basically to get exclusive rights to create and manufacture ships for like the Empire. But is what like ridiculous like you know like basically lock all that down so I have complete access to everything. But I don't know how easy that is. But I guess that's something to
shoot for,
to strive for.
Yeah, definitely. Nice. Oh, and let's see, Tar's ambition. Yeah, seek the truth. So maybe it should be a specific truth, so that it can be accomplishable.
Oh, so I'll get points for this later?
Yes, yeah. So that you can, something you can move towards, like seek the truth about, the
killing of the Duke.
The death of the Duke. Yeah, that was something.
Death of which Duke?
The Abusecartoons. That left behind.
Okay, so this is just a single mission or goal.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it should be achievable, and but it can be as ambitious.
I just
as
thought
you
it
want.
was like a generic or general ambition.
Oh yeah. No. It's not. Not like a drive statement. It's a kind of an achievable goal.
It's supposed to be something we do in one adventure?
No, it'll be something.
Oh,
Yeah. No, yeah, you gotta get
I'll
that.
have to change mine.
No, it's something that'll be ongoing, and every little step you take toward it, or every action you make that makes it more possible, it will generate the achievement points.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something. I guess we'll just do that, like with Blade Runner. We'll do that at the end of every session because the achievement points are going to be much more numerous than in previous games because everything's kind of expensive. And yeah, and it's some of it's kind of interesting. Like if you experience pain or if you guys are injured, like a lot of strange things generate achievement. And we'll go over those before we start playing. Nice. Oh, so it's interesting. Yeah. Oh, so what we can say? Well,
I can't figure out how to word this right. It doesn't seem right. To become sole creator of Empire's fleet sounds completely ridiculous and not the right statement. But I don't know how to like.
Chief shipwright of the Empire.
Yeah, I guess basically, which is kind of what that statement says. My idea is like actually trying to like. Really, it's to control the knowledge of how all this stuff works. So. Yeah, I'll leave it there for now. Maybe I'll reword it as I can think of it.
okay.
So, what do those little infinity symbols that turn into hourglasses? What is that for?
I'm not sure.
I think if you check them, they fall off your character sheet when you close it. So I'm assuming when we do the temporary assets and traits, those ones are going to have the hourglasses.
Oh, so if it's infinity, it should stay.
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah.
think so, or at least you're flagging it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because you will, like, especially Matt, because you have that talent that's going to generate false traits for you. So yeah, you'll want to temporarily put those in there so you can remember them. Maybe that's why they created it. Yeah, as either.
Yeah, it might just be a flag, right? Like it's.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's actually making it stay or not stay, but.
Right. Yeah, it's just so you can
Okay,
you can tell what so you might not survive the scene, or you'll have it always say. So the ones you did during character generation, yeah, make sure they say permanent.
Yeah, I think that answers actually your worry, right, Matt? Of like how we know what's our original assets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The ones with the infinity.
Nice. All right. Well, I think we've got them. We've got a house, we have a water moon, and we have 3 characters. The envoy, the swordmaster, and the ship's architect. Advisor of industry. Yeah, that's good. That's a good role name. Excellent. All right. So, wow. We'll see where this begins. It's interesting. None of you guys took a faction. Like you don't have any affiliations with any of the factions. You may be seduced by them in the future, or asked to, without any affiliation, asked for favors.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I knew enough about it personally to like want to like hop in and be like, I'm with the words I can't pronounce because I don't know well in a desert or whatever, however you say it, like stuff. And I'm like, I wouldn't. So.
Sure. Yeah, and it's only if like one of the talents that was specific to that faction sounded amazing or unskippable. Yeah, I'm surprised that Mentat might have been good for your character. Will there's some funny stuff, like some interesting intelligent stuff, and that might have come up.
Mentats are tricky. Like I can't. It's hard to get a handle on whether they would have their own drives or not, because like most of them seem like just loyal servants, but then you have
no.
Then you have Piter de Vries, who was just a total douchebag.
Right.
Well, he had his wife and his child, right?
No, that's Dr. Huey.
Oh,
Yeah. Pyder was the assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just because they're smart doesn't mean that they're without that they adhere
But
to
they're
any
like
strict
altered
code.
smart, right? Like they're like drugged
You're-
smart.
Well,
right?
they're basically living computers.
Yeah, but they're like trained and they kind of become indentured servants of the house they are assigned to. So it's, I don't know, be interesting. It's almost like playing a replicant, you know?
Yeah, it sounded fun to be a mentat until I started thinking about how difficult it would be to role play it in this game, and I just decided it probably would be easier to do something more like an assassin or
Yes.
Emperor's Guard or something.
Nice. I think we just got. Did we get super chatted? Something popped up. Let me.
There was like a dice that popped up in the window.
Agent Carolina dropped you a thing.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Agent Carolina.
What is that?
Let's see on the stream. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
And it's Yui, not Huey.
Oh, that's right, Dr. Huey. Oh, nice. Thank you, Agent Carolina. Appreciate the donation. Yeah, see you next week. The adventure starts next week. Yeah, it's probably getting late for a lot of people. Yeah. The further you get from the West Coast. Yeah, thanks so much. Much appreciated. Yeah, we'll be doing this next week.
I can just close my character sheet, or do I have to save it? Or
it should be fine.
Yeah, that's something I was looking at. It's kind of weird because it has under talents.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that one? No. It doesn't have like the other character sheets on here before had like a little save button.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And these don't seem to have those.
If you click on the sheet thing at the top, there's a save option in there, but
it's configuration. Yeah.
But I don't think you need to do that.
Well, there's also a lock, and I'm hoping that if you just lock it.
Yeah.
That keeps you from being able to edit it, though. Is what it does.
Probably makes it so you can't accidentally mess it up.
Yeah, I mean, you can just unlock it later.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a biography field, too, a biography tab. So if you guys, if there's any background notes or anything that you want to put in there. Nice.
Work on my 80-page backstory. I'll read all the books and watch all the movies by next week and have an 80-page backstory built out.
Excellent.
That one does have the save.
Oh yeah, under the sheet, the gear. Yes. All right. Well, great. Okay, so I'll log off the stream. So thank you for watching, Agent Carolina, especially. Thanks for the super chat. And we'll see everybody next week for some actual gameplay. So sorry if that drug a little bit, but always the session zeros can involve a lot of reading. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.